Good morning, everybody. Peace and love. Mm, Namaste. Happy birthday, KG. Hey, today I want to talk a little bit about mantras. So, apparently, according to science, the brain has about 60,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day, maybe 2,500 to 3,300 thoughts an hour. Mantra focusing the mind prevents the brain from hopping all over the place from one thing to the next, always doing, always active, always under stress, always anxious, busy from one thing to the next. I looked up the word mantra. It means mind tool, tool of the mind, a mind tool. It helps us manage what we think, and it brings us into the presence and into the present. And our ability to remember the past, this crazy thing happens when we're imagining the future or remembering the past. It prevents us from being right where we are in the present time. When we're inside our heads, we're not actually present to what's going on around us. Last evening, I drove down to my mom's house, which is where I am right now. And I decided that on the road, it was about a 5-hour drive or so, that I was not going to play any music whatsoever. Well, partly because traffic was so heavy, but I was just going to pay attention to exactly what I was doing, where I was at the time behind the wheel. Had the windows down when I could, and the wind was blowing, and it brought me into a different kind of driving experience where I'm actually present to every single wiggle of the road and the movement of cars all around me. It makes for a different sort of presence in myself as I move through the world. So when we're in our heads in the past and in the future, we're not actually present to ourselves. There's this thing called rumination. And I ruminate, you probably ruminate too. We have these negative thoughts that keep repeating in our heads. They're on endless tape loops. They seem to have no completion. The pattern can be distressing. It's very difficult to stop. And it involves a mantra, or a mantra can be a single word or a letter, or it can be any pattern of words, any series of words. Lots of us have mantras that are like, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to succeed, I'm going to fail, this thing's no good anymore, I'm no good anymore. Those kinds of mantras set inside ourselves. The thing about a mantra is that whether it's positive or negative, is it creates new neural pathways along which those thoughts travel. That's a crazy thought to think about, but we carve paths in our brains for the traveling of thoughts. And these repetitive thoughts can create new neural pathways. But here's the thing, thinking becomes being. The more we think about a thing, the more we become that way. And because mantras create new neural pathways, we can choose the neural pathways that we create. We have a willful action involved here if we choose to. A positive mantra, one that gives you control over your mind, is something that creates a neural pathway for being present in yourself, not ruminating, not being in the future, not being in the past, but actually being where you are. And it gives all these benefits. It gives this reduced self judgment. And some of you talk about this when you're in situations, because since you've been meditating, you've discovered that when you're in a different situation and somebody um, does something that normally would be a trigger for you and produce judgment of them, you're not so much judgment of them anymore. You're not judging them so much anymore because you're not self judging. The judgment of others arises out of self judgment. And mantra practice, which is what we do here, mantra practice stops all of that. It creates new neural pathways, it brings you present in the moment, and it gives you order to your mind, and it gives us a positive outcome for our thinking. So that's my little talk for this morning. You just finished doing TM, Roy. Excellent, perfect timing. Hey, Kitya. Hi, Tim. Um, all right, so I'm obviously, this is my dad's I'm not even sure what that is. That's a church somewhere that he designed. Anyway, that was a long time ago. I'm sitting at my dad's old drafting table. All right, my friends, thanks for liking and thanks for subscribing. I'm going to turn on the timer here for 20 minutes, and I'll see you in 20, okay? Begin with 3 ohms, vibrating as we go up, and then drop into your meditative prayer. Yesterday, we tried to do some what are like pranayama breaths, like bellows breathings. You breathe really hard from your belly, way down inside your second chakra. Drive that prana right up to the third eye and back down again. You can ride it up and down your spine. All right, let's go. This is a serendipitously timely topic, says Wanda. Excellent. All right. See you in 20. Oh, I had it set for 10 hours. Oh, 10 hours and 20 minutes. That would be a long meditation. Thanks everyone for being here. You can open your eyes if you want to. Keep meditating if you want to. I'll see you tomorrow at Zoom at 9 o'clock for our live Zoom conversation about meditation and practice. Hello, Robert. Peace and love to you all. Namaste. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for liking and subscribing.